Hey guys, thanks for being here with me. Today is February 20th, 2020. Um, I'm starting a video journal on YouTube. Hopefully, it'll help some people and help keep me personally accountable to myself and just to kind of keep track of the journey that I hope is going to be a good one over the next year. I have big aspirations to lose a lot of weight and to get much healthier. I've been down this road, I'm not going to lie, many times. I'm 48 years old. I've been on every diet imaginable. But the only one that I've ever really had success with is the ketogenic diet. Um, I've been on it before. The longest was 3 months. And I was steady 3 months on that, no cheating on it. And I lost 50 pounds in those 3 months. And I kept it off for a while, even after I went off. Um, and then I've been on it a few other times, but generally no more than a month or so. But again, was successful with it. But I don't know. I'm 48. I had some major health issues come up this past December. Still going through some stuff. It's looking better, but um, I guess I kind of realize, and not that I haven't realized this before, but it's like now or never. It's like I'm not getting any younger. It's going to get harder. I've got a daughter that I care immensely about and want to be here for her. And there's things I still want to do in my life. I want to find love again, and it's hard because I know that an issue clearly is my weight. You probably can't tell in this picture. Right now, I weigh 320 pounds. I started keto again in January. I was at 336. The highest I've ever been is 344 the last time I did the keto. So I am down 15, 16 pounds now, 16 pounds. But this week, I've implemented some major changes with the ketogenic diet that I think are going to make a big difference. And I'm going to talk about those more in the future videos. But I've done intermittent fasting before, but not consistently and not really the way I feel like it should be done now that I've done a lot of studying on it. So what I've done before is just, an intermittent fast is when you fast for a certain period of time during the day, like say 16 hours, most of those when you're sleeping, and then 8 hours is when is your feed time. So generally a couple of meals within that, not like constantly feeding during that 8 hours. You can do one meal a day where you're 23 hours fasting, and then 1 hour feed time. But you can fast as long as you have water and electrolytes for quite a long time, actually. I mean, there's plenty of medical and scientific evidence that shows it's perfectly safe for most people. Not everybody. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving you medical advice here. But you could consult your physician if you have any major medical issues, if you're diabetic. Not recommended if you've had eating disorders before. Not recommended if you're pregnant or you don't need to lose weight, or for your nursing. There's a lot of things you need to look into, which I'll hit on in future videos. But again, so this week I did Monday and Tuesday. I did 23-hour fast, 1 hour feed time. It was not that difficult, honestly. I'm doing a water fast. I'm not eating any food at all during this. And I got some hunger, but it subsided in no time at all. And I actually felt great and had the most energy I've had in a while during the fast time. And even worked out and went for walks, probably 2 mile walks at the peak of those fasts. And then I decided, so I'm probably going to do the 23-hour, 1 hour feed twice a week. And I'll probably change up the days. And then the rest of the 5 days, I'm going to do either a 16 to 18-hour fast, and then the remainder of time will be feed time, generally 2 meals. You don't reduce the calories during those feed times. You don't really count calories on keto, but you want to make sure you get all your nutrients in during that feed time that you would normally get in a regular day of eating, okay? It's a little bit easier. On a 23-hour fast, it's hard to get all those in 1 hour. You're just not hungry. I just wasn't as hungry. But you go ahead and if you can do the 2 meals, eat within that, say 4 hours or 6 hours, get 2 meals in and try to get all your nutrients. I don't believe in dirty keto. I've done it before, but I believe in eating clean keto, which means, you're eating your meats, and you can have meat fat. It doesn't matter. But you're eating plenty of vegetables, green vegetables and stuff, not carby vegetables or root vegetables. Basically, you kind of stay away from those, and you eat a lot of them. It's important to get all your nutrients in those. So that's one of the big changes I made this week was going to fasting. I've lost like 3 pounds in 3 days on that already. That's helped quite a bit because I thought I was moving kind of slow on keto this time. Another big thing is getting rid of all sweeteners at all, period. There have been studies I found that have shown that even the taste of sweeteners can bump up your glucose in your body. You get a glucose response, which is really at the root cause of weight gain. That's why the fasting is so helpful, because every time you eat anything, even on keto, you still spike your glucose a little bit, and that causes your body to store fat. So getting rid of all sweeteners, I didn't want to take any chances. I've done that as well. That's hard because I don't like the taste of plain water, but I'm doing okay with it. So that was another thing that I did. So we got the fasting, getting rid of the sweeteners. And I think that's it, really. And I am trying to exercise more now, but I'm trying to change that up too. Like I'll do the gym one day and then I'll go for a walk. Listen, it's 23 degrees out now and it's very cold out and I don't want to walk, but I bundled up. I brought myself my face mask so I can cover my face up and stay warm. I'm going to do 2 miles around the reservoir here. I ate last time today at around noon. I had a pork steak and I had some Brussels sprouts fried up in some olive oil with a little bit of bacon. And that's it. And I'm full and I'm still not really hungry at all. But I will eat when I get home. That'll be my last feed. So it'll be within 7 hours today, probably 7 or 8 hour feed time. And I'm probably just going to have a big salad when I get home. And then I'm going to go again tomorrow. I'm going to go another 16, 18 hours. And that's going to be it. So I'm going to fill you guys in on details of this. I'm going to try to do a couple videos a week. I don't want to overload you. And I'm going to go into more details about all this stuff and give you links and so forth to the things that I've, the people that I follow on YouTube, the websites that I follow, some books that I just started reading. I've done a lot of research on this. I've talked to multiple doctors about keto. As you know, a few years ago, everybody's like, oh no, keto, you can't do that. You can't eat fat. But really the thought is changing in the medical world, and it's changing for what it should be. And that you want a diet that's high in fats, mid protein, and very low carb. It's carbs that are killing us, carbs that are making us fat. I know there's going to be people that disagree, and that's absolutely fine. I have no problem with that. I've done my research from reputable sources, and I've had at least 4 doctors of different, specialties tell me to continue, that it's a great diet and there's nothing wrong with it at all. Same with fasting. That is a very safe thing. People have been fasting for thousands of years. Fasting and fasting and feasting. I mean, it's in history. So, anyways, like I said, this is my first week of really getting into fasting seriously. And I'm at the doctor anyways right now several times for some issues I've been having that I won't go into on here. So I am having lab work done regularly and so forth. So I'm keeping up with that. So I have some comparisons there. I'm going to start charting things. But one thing I noticed this week, beside the higher energy level and so forth, and just my mind is like really sharp, is like my ketone levels. Normally I have a blood ketone meter, and it normally reads for me through keto like 0.4, 0.5 is the highest I ever seem to get. So I don't know if it was necessarily the fasting or getting rid of the artificial sweeteners, but I've been hitting at like maxed out at like 1.3 for my ketones, which is really good, and it's a good level of ketosis for fat burning. Not that 0.5 isn't good or isn't ketosis, but 1.3 is better. The higher the better, up to about 3 probably. But it's going to be different for everybody. So that was another big thing. So I don't know if it was the sweeteners or the fasting or a combination of both that changed that, but at any rate, it looks good. Listen, I am planning and really motivated this time to do this. I want to lose, my first goal is to lose 100 pounds in 10 months, all right, which is 10 pounds a month, which is a fairly good rate for somebody my size. I honestly, and then my next goal is to get down to 200, which would have been a total loss of 136 pounds, which I think I can do in a year. So by the end of December, I hope to be down to 200. That's my initial goal. Um, I'm going to have some setbacks, I'm sure, in regard to, you hit plateaus, but I'm going to try to continuously change things up with the fasting, with the food, with the exercise, and so forth. I'm not going to kill myself exercising like I've done in the past. My studies on that have shown that people have been very successful just in intermittent fasting alone and fasting without even going on a ketogenic diet, even better results with the ketogenic. And this is without exercise. So there's plenty of data that shows that it's a very successful thing to do, especially the fasting. But the ketogenic just brings it to a new level, not having any of those carbs in there other than the very low amount of carbs that you get from your good vegetables that you eat. So I hope you join me on this journey. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer. Hit the follow button. And I'm trying to come up with a name for this. It seems like all these people on YouTube that have followers and stuff have some kind of cool, catchy name. So that's up for grabs if anybody has any ideas. But I just want to be held accountable by you guys, and this is for myself. And I want a journal to look back on one day when I have success, and I will have success at this. I feel really good about this time. I felt good about it when I lost the 50 pounds. I got off track though. I feel like there's no room for me personally right now to compromise anything. And people sometimes try to lead you astray. Oh, they say, oh, this little bit of this won't hurt you, that won't hurt you. Come on, you're being too hard on yourself. You've got to live a little. You've got to have a cheat day. I've fallen into that before, and it's not good. And so psychologically, I feel like I'm in a better place now to do well at this. So I'm going up on 12 minutes here in the video, so I don't want it to be too long and to lose people. So welcome to my journal of my journey. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. You guys have a wonderful night. Thanks.